this is the Fujifilm WCL X100 conversion lens, which converts the already fantastic X100V's 35mm equivalent to a 28. Obviously, it's a little bit bigger, and conversion lenses are never really that great. So how does this thing actually perform, and is it worth actually picking up? So before we get started, I want to give a quick shout to my friends at Moment who provided the WCL lens for this review, as well as my 28mm comparison. And honestly, this is just another one of those things I feel like I was wrong about. And I think the thing behind this is that the original lens wasn't amazing in terms of sharpness and stuff like that. And then once you added the other WCL, which is the same thing optically, it just added more glass in front of a lens that wasn't exactly known for its sharpness. That and the fact that when you look, you often see a decent lens or something, and then maybe Amazon or eBay, some seller will just sell these like cheap, terrible, like fisheye type conversion lenses. And I think because of that, I've had this feeling that this lens probably wasn't that great. And like, I'm a professional photographer. I'm this weird kind of purist in some ways. And so I was like, I don't want to stick a conversion lens in front of like a little lens like this. But I think this both shows how good this conversion lens is and how good, especially the X100V's lens is. Because when you do pair this on top, not only do you still get good sharpness, good character, all of that good stuff, but it's just not that bad. I know in my initial review, I kind of complained about the weight of this lens, but I think it was just because I was comparing it to the camera and the lens without any hood on at all or anything like that. Any camera that has a lens on the front is going to dangle a little bit, and that is not bad at all. Personally, I found this to be a honestly really easy carry. And for those of you who are wondering, this is a hood by square hood that is sort of in development. So if you are interested in that, you can hit them up and let them know, because at least I know that they're kind of thinking about us and trying to prepare something that would work with those Cinebloom filters. So yes, the carry changes, but I'm pretty impressed with overall the image quality, and the size and weight of this thing just isn't bad. Obviously, again, you're going from a very, very pancake style lens on the X100s to a lens that sticks out, and then it just basically looks like you're using the XC4 or something. And the thing about 28mm is it just brings in that extra little bits of the scene and just what is going on in the frame. I found that in using this, especially with young kids, my wife and I took a trip a couple months ago down to Bend, Oregon with some good friends of ours that also have kids relatively the same age. And again, as you know, my typical kind of personal use camera, I brought this camera down and used it mainly with the WCL. And not only was it a great experience to use, but I did not notice the lens and the weight balance shifting being an issue at all. So especially if you're considering wanting a camera that is almost pocketable in the sense that the X100s are, and you're okay with 35 as a focal length equivalent most of the time, but then you do want that 28mm kind of field of view, I was absolutely wrong about this conversion lens and do think that it is a fantastic little thing. I do wish that it was a little bit cheaper, but I mean, it's a lens. So you're basically adding a 28mm equivalent lens to a camera that has a built-in 35. So for what they've done and the quality that they're getting out of this, I can't really complain too much. Because again, despite the fact that it's just a conversion lens, I gotta get it out of my head that this is actually quality glass and a quality product that I really ended up having no real issues with at all. So thanks so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below, especially if you have an X100 and have used this. Let me know your thoughts. And I'd also love to know your thoughts if you've used the, I think it's called the TCL, which is like the 50mm equivalent. I know that is a lot larger and might be a lot different than this. But if you have experience with that, let me know, because I'm pretty interested just out of my own curiosity. So for those who've made it this far, thanks so much again for watching to the end here. And if you haven't already, subscribing to this channel would help me out quite a bit to do a lot more videos like this, as well as just clicking the like button. I know it's annoying to say, but I would really appreciate it. So thanks again, and I will see you all on the next one.